As we all know, the demo plays if you don't keep this cursor moving. So every race we get to watch this little menu dance.
Yeah.
And they're off. All right.
Okay. We are off. So the intro stage is, I don't know. If you've seen a race of this game before, then you already know what's going on here. You're going to just walk right and mash.
Yeah, there's some small things you can do to sort of optimize this mashing section. The one strat known as all the tacos, where you take out these helicopter guys that break the road to mitigate some lag. Ooh, and EAB takes a bonk but gets his health refilled. That's actually pretty important, because we're going to take some intentional damage to get through these Bs and utilize some double mashing from the back side. And if you get the wrong patterns or have already taken some damage, there's a real risk of death, as we've seen several times in various settings.
Alright, Zam's at looking like 6 HP, so he's going to be able to do the fast task cars strat coming up just a few seconds. EAB also sitting on some health and may or may not go for that as well.
Yeah, task cars is a strat both faster than just, you know, strictly walking and killing these cars, but it also is a very good way to get your health down to where you need to be, as you need to be at 3 or less, as we all know. So for the file sequence.
One little thing here that I might want to talk about. You saw that Zam actually only did 2 shots instead of 4 on the first car, and that means that he can shoot 3 shots later when it comes to time to actually get on the car, and that makes the car move further backwards, and which makes it easier or more reliable for you to actually land on the car instead of getting left behind.
Yeah, I noticed often for myself, because I do 4 lemons, that if I don't get shot early enough by the car, I'll end up behind it. And so by leaving that extra damage, the car actually freezes when you hit it for a frame or 2 or whatever. So it gives you a little bit more leeway to be able to get on top of it and actually get the right task car set up. I didn't really notice what kind of... I saw similar planes, but I didn't notice the vials. Looks like Zam's going to carry a little bit of a lead out of the intro here. The intro has quite a bit of variance, just strictly from bad patterns, from the Bs, the cars, the ship, and vial. For as simple as it is, there's kind of a wide range of times you can come out of here with. Now we've escaped Vile's grasp, we can go to our typical stage select screen, as you're used to in a lot of Mega Man games. And up first, Chill Penguin, or Icy Penguigo if you're on the J card, as I think both of these guys are.
Yeah.
And so, the reason for coming here first is pretty obvious, right? The boots are here.
Yeah. So there aren't really any region differences between Japanese and American. There are 2 different versions of this game, well, 1.0 and a 1.1, and for each there is a US and a Japanese version, and they, within each version, they differ only in text. To the tune of about 11 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah. He had a little bit of trouble with the slope jump there. Took a bunch of damage and missed it a handful of times, so that's going to add a bit of separation here. Slope jumps are cool. While walking down slope, you walk faster and you actually jump higher. So by utilizing that slope, you can get access to the ledge a little sooner than otherwise. But if you goof it up, you get in this pattern where the spike guys falling on your head, bats are swarming you, and that's what happened to EAB there. Zam showing off his balls. Zam's balls. Pretty good snowball section. He obliterates everything with that's the name of the strat. I mean,
yeah,
people call it Zam's balls. You'll come to find that
immature.
Yeah, you'll come to find that a lot of the techniques we use in this game are named after Zam or came up with by Zam. He did a lot of work tasking this game and strategizing and refining and stuff like that. So big props to him. The game wouldn't be where it is right now, I don't think, without a lot of what Zam's done.
Zam with a pretty good race with the Penguin. And EAB, like, not that far behind.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good race Penguin time for Zam there. Look like a 5:03 headshine or something. So, certainly acceptable. Moving into Boomer Quanger stage. This is again, a very vertical stage. I've said all this before. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but very vertical in contrast with a lot of the other stages. Most of the other stages are almost strictly horizontal, which makes this stage pretty difficult. This vertical movement is a little more precise and hard to do fast as a human.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, like, mistakes are more punishing. You're more likely to, like, fall down and have to repeat several seconds of gameplay.
Is he gonna go for it? Nah, that's a two-stop only strat. Time-losing elevator skip.
There's no RTA strat that could ever possibly be faster than just riding it, unfortunately.
Yeah, but if you haven't seen it,
it saves like a second.
Yeah, but if you haven't seen it, make sure you check out the race for two-stop. I forget who he was facing off against, but it's in the VOD somewhere. Two-stop pulled off the skip, inevitably losing time, but gaining a lot of swag. Here we see some of the first instances of the ice use, and I think one thing that might surprise a lot of casual viewers is how powerful the ice shot actually is in the speedrun. You'll notice that when you shoot it against anything, an enemy or a wall, it ricochets, breaks into 5 or maybe 6 pieces and that go the other direction. Well, if you can sort of put that shot inside of an enemy so that the ricochets also hit them, you can dish out a lot of damage really fast and sort of destroy these turrets or ladder yatters or other things pretty quickly.
Yeah, for sure. Zam with a slightly teleport happy Kuanga there, but I would call that not that bad.
Yeah, agreed. Thing about Kuanger is, like, he can start teleporting at around half health, and once he does, he's going to teleport the rest of the fight. So,
Raul with the stylish ice kill on Kuanger there. I enjoyed that a lot.
I always like to, given the opportunity, because I made a mistake or something when an enemy's got 1 HP left, I like to finish them with something absurd. Sometimes like their own weapon or something like that is fun in the refights.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are in Stink Chameleon stage. This cave is pretty frustrating. A lot of times you see Zam takes one of those rocks to the face. Ooh, and there's another one.
It's really tough to deal with. Like, maybe you could... He's doing it!
The bird dupe! Let's go, dude. Very nice. You might not have noticed, but pay attention maybe next time. I don't know if we'll go for it again since he got it here, but... I don't even know. Do I even have to explain it? It moves the bird. Oh, EAB went for it too. He didn't get it.
Yeah. It moves one of the birds from later in the screen to like come out of that bird's mouth.
Yo, EAB gets the sweet extra life juggle though. That's pretty sick. These guys, I thought we might see some interesting stuff from these guys, because they're both pretty funny, and they have a history of doing these sorts of things.
Mm-hmm. Zam got bad luck. He was trying for the blue shot opening, but Chameleon went high.
It looks like EAB's not going to go for it. It's a relatively new and pretty minor optimization to this Chameleon fight, where you open the fight with a blue shot to hit him just a little bit sooner than climbing the wall and hitting with the boomerang. But you can't get bad luck like Zam did, where he goes up high and your blue shot doesn't really have a chance to hit. I mean, it's possible, but I think it's super precise with that pattern. It's super free with the good one. So, into our first jerk bird stage. Eagle can cost a lot of time, but first, We've got some pretty interesting climb, the Lag City climb where you jump under the platform and kick from the far side. And I doubt that's going to be the last one we see in this stage from Zam. Let's see if he goes for it. He's going for the setup. Easy every time.
I mean, it's the strat. You do it.
Yeah.
Shout out to InFlames90.
Ooh, what's EaBT doing? He's got.
Oh, he's gonna.
Oh, he got it! He got it! Let's go!
Oh my goodness.
EaB's UFO.
Dude, the style strats here in this match are just so good.
Oh, he's also grabbing the sub tank, so he's just doing the regular old flight here. I wonder, is he just gonna ditch it here? He's gonna try to maintain it all the way to Eagle.
He got under the. Wow, this is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, he went under the trigger for the clouds. Okay.
That's actually gonna save him time on this boss, assuming he can actually ditch the platform and not die.
Okay, he's lost the platform. Is it going to be in the fight? I know we've seen in previous races Ty Vega bring the platform into the fight. I think he dumps it on one of those turrets on top, like lets the boomerang hit it, and then the platform resumes its normal cycle. And it's here in the fight the whole time. But we're not going to see that here from EaB. I didn't notice what kind of pattern Zam got because was busy watching EaB fly. Looked like EaB got no dives though.
Mm-hmm. So there is actually, like, if you can manage to keep that, like, static screen, the static background, if you can keep it into the boss fight, then you actually save some time from lag, because that background causes a lot of lag.
Yeah, even before the boss fight, in relatively simple sections, I notice some minor lag spikes. Ooh, Zam almost goes in the pit. This was classic. If this was classic Mega, he was gone. Yeah. He was done for it. Luckily, this is Mega Man X, so we got the wall.
What even is a pit? How do you fall? Yeah. All right.
They have to be really big pits.
Yeah. So the strat for Thunder Slimer is you got a couple weapons that do lots of damage, like your Boomerang Cutter, your Chameleon Sting. But then if Slimer is staying high, then you can't reliably keep getting hits with those weapons, so you switch to Tornado instead. So that's what you'll see these runners doing.
Yeah, maybe even sneaking in a C-Sting shot or two, or boomerangs right before firing the Tornado. I believe those are called the Het Sting-nado and the Het Boom-nado.
Yeah.
All caps.
All caps, of course.
Looked like a pretty clean stage for Zam, other than like a bad...
Raul is bringing out some incredible 100% strats here, going for that Paul Hart.
Yeah, that's probably one of the quicker hearts to grab if you're going to go for any safety. Zam playing it really did. Look at how close he is to Mandrill there when he died, and that would have killed him had that shot missed or hit on iframes. That was really close. So how many safeties has EaB got already? He's got the Eagle Heart and Sub-Tank and the Heart here.
Yeah.
He's playing it a bit safe.
I don't remember. Did he take another? Not likely.
Yeah,
I don't think he
took
Iceless or anything.
Yeah. So Zam moving on to Mammoth. I wonder, when does the EaB do Mammoth? Mammoth is the stage in the run that you can essentially do anywhere after Eagle. Oh, that's the third time I've seen that half top, half bottom route today. I know you did it earlier in your race.
Yeah, I did it earlier.
Yeah, that's always frustrating. You just barely missed the shot and then crash into that guy, and down you go.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about that, like you get an Udu head second, and then and then the laser guy third. I don't know. It's very difficult to deal with.
Nice ice from Zam. That's a really tough ice shot. 2 in a row. Pretty tough to get all the ricochets to hit that guy. Oh, EaB's going for another heart here. Pretty nice grab there. That was quick.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that, like, for that heart in particular, the biggest time loss is just from taking the bottom route.
Yeah, and then obviously the fanfare is about a second long. I don't know if I've seen the Buster kill on the high ball and chain guy, like EAB just did. That was interesting.
Yeah, I think that used to be a strat, like before the ice shot, but after the just pray.
So I guess EAB does do the same route as Zam, so we won't see any divergence here, but Mammoth can be done anywhere after Eagle. Relatively no time loss, like minuscule on stage selects. But the route they're doing is the optimal stage select route. So having Fire Wave earlier or later has no impact on the run at all. And nor does having any other weapons in Mammoth stage. So on to Armored Armadillo. Pretty straightforward stage. Not a whole lot fancy going on here. Some cool C-Sting shots.
Use of the bat sweeper there.
Yeah.
Oh. Fire wave.
Extended fire wave. Heck yeah.
The 20-foot long fire wave is nice. Also, one of my favorites is shooting boomerangs that catch up to you.
I've done that on accident before and like panicked because now I can't swap because the boomerang's just trailing behind me forever. EAB with the nice C-Sting shot as well. Oh, takes a little bonk on the cart there. Yeah, those pointy ends are pointy.
Yeah. Getting as far right as possible there.
That's
like kind of dangerous because if you jump a little earlier, then you're in big trouble.
EAB grabbing a 4th heart. He's going to have a lot of health going into the later stages, which is good because the later stages are very dangerous. I think he's banking on Zam mistakes. I think he knows that his time isn't low enough to really compete with Zam if Zam has a decent run. So he's banking on just surviving. Yeah. But Zam is having a pretty stellar run so far, but this is the simple part of the run. The 8 maps is very straightforward. Oh, and EAB is getting rolled on. A little bit of time loss there. Zam, meanwhile, had the perfect pattern. Oh, Zam takes a uncharacteristic bonk on the first turtle. Just, forgot the strat. The new strat. But launch octopus stage is probably the most dangerous of the 8 maps because there's a lot of mini bosses, easy ways to take damage, like Zando's there on the fish, and then Octo himself is pretty dangerous. Yeah, see, Zam's gonna pick up some health here because he took a little more damage than he wanted to.
Yeah, he got lucky with health. He showed off a little bit of a slope jump past his prime. In this game, there isn't really much use for slope jumps after you've got the dash because the slope speed thing doesn't happen when you're dashing. So.
Yeah, so Zam's going to carry full health into the octopus fight. EAB's got more than full health, so he should be totally fine. But as you see, Octopus got all these projectiles that a lot of times are pretty hard to dodge. Look at that fish. That fish just won't go away. Oh, and he gets the kill. Nice finish just before Octopus goes invulnerable. His laundry cycle, energy drain attack.
They're whirlpools, you uncultured swine.
I like to think he's just...
Shout out to Lasso 42.
Shout out to Lasso 42. So Zam's done with his 8 maps. Going to move into the Sigma Fortress. This is where the run takes a sharp upturn in difficulty, right? And right away you got the Leap of Faith, as well as some intentional damage, a cutscene skip, a fast-paced fight.
Yeah. All of those things are completely impossible to me. If you watched my races earlier.
You had a good Vile fight. Ooh, Zam making a mistake there. He's not going to get the task lead, but should be fine. Oh, never mind.
I think he
gonna have
afforded.
to wait. Yeah. But he's going to scale the wall okay here. It's going to be, his health is fine, so he's going to be able to do the regular strat here.
Oh,
but he picks up the big health.
Decent.
How you gonna?
I think he's just gonna take damage in the fight.
Yeah, looks like he's just gonna get punched. You see Zam utilizing.
A punch from Vile here is 6 HP, and a bonk is 4. It's like double what it was in the intro.
So you need to get down to 6 HP or less. Looks like Zam's missing 2 right now off his 16.
He needs to take 2 hits.
A bonk and a punch.
Just a little bit far forward. Oh, it would turned out to be okay.
It's going to try to force the skip here. Always a risky move, in my opinion. Zam has a technique where he lets go of start on a particular text box and then represses to force a quick skip. Still didn't get the quick skip here, but didn't soft lock. So I'm going to deem it a success. Because the timings are all out of whack, having to take damage from Vile.
Yeah.
So here's the Vile fight. Really short iframes on Vile, so when done properly, this fight is pretty cool to watch and even more fun to do yourself. Zam missing 1 shot there. It looked like maybe hitting on iframes for another. So not the fastest fight, but still pretty good. And did take a little bit of damage.
Ooh, really nice Vile for EAB. When you can like shoot him back to where he lives there, that's always the best case. It's like the quickest quick skip. All right, are we gonna see Zam go for the Kawanger skip here? Let's see. Yo, here we go. Oh, no drop.
Typical.
Perhaps we can at least see the 2 stop 2 hit.
Oh yeah, so
good.
now that Zero's gone, we tore his arm off and put his upgrade on our arm. And now we get an extra stage of charge for our Buster, as well as charged versions of all the weapons. And so you notice right away we use the C-Sting to climb through enemies with invulnerability, and then we see the charged missile attack on Boomer Kawanger. The idea there is that the charged attacks do 4 damage apiece, while the regular... EAB almost got it. Well, the regular weakness does 3. And so if you can get 2 hits with the charged weapon, it saves 1 hit over the course of the fight, which is 60 frames or 1 second, depending on how much time you waste getting the 2 hits.
Yeah, the setup for the double hit costs a fraction of a second over just doing a normal fight, so it's not quite a full second, but it's close. So here, we want as few crossings as possible for the spider, and we want as few children as possible. But yeah, you can expect like 3 to 4 children and like 3 to 4 crossings per cycle. Or sorry, 3 to 4 children per fight. 3 to 4 crossings per cycle.
Yeah, I think Zam only got 1 set of babies.
That's pretty good.
There's the AB's first set.
Ooh, nice. That was kind of a difficult pattern to deal with. The thing with the babies is the easiest way to do it is you get on one wall, wait until they start moving, because they start moving towards you, and it'll make it easier for you to like get around them all.
Okay, on to the Jerkbird stage. The Mega Man X Casino here. Zam's getting slides right away. Again, the idea is similar. You want to get 2 charge shots at least on Chill Penguin. And that'll save 1 hit. If somehow you can pull off getting 5 charged hits, which means you got a bad pattern, but they were kind. You can actually save 2 hits. But that just means he also slid a lot. So it's kind of a win-lose. I didn't count the slides there for Zam, but it was quite a few, it seemed. How many gaps? There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Oh,
just the 4th. All right.
Jerkbird number 2, Storm Eagle. How many dives?
Oh, right away.
Right away.
7, I think.
That's the 7 dive pattern, unless he comes down, yeah. Or 6 in a hover, which is actually probably even worse.
Yeah. Guaranteed worse because you can at least, like, try for the 50. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, nice 50-50 from Zam. I didn't see how many slides EAB got.
Jeez, so inattentive. I didn't either.
EAB not all that far behind, considering how many safeties he did pick up. You know, just the eagle fight and a small movement section.
So you notice that Zam started the Rangda fight off with ice, and that's just because it can hit both eyes. So like either eye. So whichever eye opens, then he'll get a quick first hit. And that can let you get double hits, for example, on green eyes sometimes.
Yeah, or easy 1 cycles on blue eyes. And I think even possible 1 cycles on red eye, moving red eyes. And the reason ice is fine is because each eye has 10 HP, and so the weakness does 3, and so 1 hit can be with essentially anything. It's going to take 4 hits to kill regardless, each eye, and then the nose has 12, so it's 4 shots of C-Sting.
A little bit of a slow skip setup there for Zam. He couldn't find his weapon, but successful.
Yeah.
EAB, though, like, keeping this race pretty close. He's not that far behind. Did miss nose 1 cycle, though.
So here we see those charge shot ideas again. This one's actually pretty cool looking because you manipulate these boomerangs to move in such a way that you can charge while they're flying around and get 2 charged hits that way. So one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, that was flawlessly executed.
Yeah, that was very nice by Zam. EAB gonna get the skip here. He really needs it if he wants to stay in this. He got it. So I don't know when the last time I explained the skip was, but the way it works kind of is that in this game, bosses don't spawn based on like the door or whatever. It's based on camera position. So, and there's a camera lock trigger in front of the door, and using the sled, you can zip yourself just past it into the door and not allow the camera to scroll up, which in turn doesn't allow Dillo to spawn, so the door just opens and you can progress through without fighting him. Now, if you were to jump in that boss fight room, Dillo will spawn because the camera will pan up with you as you jump.
That's actually really entertaining to do at home.
Yeah, and then you can, if the door had already opened, you can actually just leave. And you could even lure him out and fight him outside of the arena, and his sprite gets all goofed up. You can even end up with like blue miners in the next screen.
Yeah.
Really Zam's getting pretty low on health here.
He's taking a lot of HP.
Oh, and he takes the death! He jumped into the energy drain well on iframes.
This race just got really close.
Yeah, it did. Holy cow. And that's what EAB was banking on with all the safeties, is that Zam makes a mistake and gives him a chance here. But that 1 death is not going to be enough for EAB to catch up strictly, but it certainly tightened the race here. So what happened to Zam was you can't get grabbed while you're on iframes from taking another hit. So he jumped right through the grab and into Octo's hurt hitbox and took the 4 HP damage from contact instead of the 1 he was trying to give away.
Both of them watching the same boss explode at once.
Yeah, this is a tight race now. EB's going to take the top route, top off here. Grabs the ammo, you know, because we don't need C-Sting again for this stage.
Yeah, it's possible to jump over that ammo, but actually really precise. So like, A lot of people either don't even try or fail.
Oop. Well, Zam gets a little bad luck with the conveyor. I think he missed a double hit there, which gave Mammoth one more action than he should have had.
Like, he was trying to get an off-screen kill or something, and
yeah, except the conveyor carries you right back into the explosion anyway. Might save a couple leg frames, but certainly more pronounced than like the first fight than the refight.
Mm-hmm. Well, the best is if you can like it such that the conveyor carries you away from Mammoth.
Get a left side kill. And then...
Yeah.
Anyways, pretty good D-Rex fights for both runners, and again, very, very close. Watching the same explosion, same fanfare together.
Yeah. This is going to be tight, but...
Yeah. Zam's
the
race
thing is,
to
like,
win right now.
Yeah.
You know? But
yeah,
this
like,
fight is
Zam
very,
is
very...
extremely... Sorry, go for it.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to say Zam is extremely practiced in this section of the game, as is everybody at the top levels, right? Because this is the thing that kills you the easiest, so it becomes the most practiced part of the game.
Yeah, it's a very, very dangerous sequence of fights. You get no refills, and you got to do three boss fights in a row. Now, the dog is a little bit chaotic and can easily cause a little bit of damage, which in turn results in what is most likely a one-hit KO scenario in the final fight, where the Jedi is pretty straightforward and predictable and easy to avoid damage. So Zam, you see, got out of the dog with full health, which is pretty huge. It means he's going to be able to give a little bit if he has to in the final fight, as long as he executes properly here on the Jedi. Whereas EaB is actually, with all the safeties he took, has actually got less health than Zam going into the big Sig fight. But he does have a sub-tank in his back pocket, so he's got that going for him.
Yeah. You said EaB's PB is at 33 something?
That's what the leaderboard said, 33-34. Okay.
Well, it looks like
he's certainly on pace, isn't he?
Pace to, like, smash that. So let's hope that happens.
Zam did not get any upgrades. No, the fastest way to complete this game is essentially low percent. EaB's going to use his sub-tank right away. Not a bad play. Oh, did he already take some damage?
Chat reporting that EaB actually has a 32-30 something.
Oh, okay. MMLB had 33-34, I thought. Maybe I misread. But anyway, Zam finishes up with a 32-41 and takes round one of this matchup. Ooh, and EaB's taking some damage here. He's got 3 hits left to go.
Okay.
Ooh, narrowly avoids that lightning.
Yeah. And
finishes up with a 33-03. Only 22 seconds behind. Pretty close race considering the PB spread. And good performance from EaB. Coming in apparently within only 30 seconds of his PB is pretty solid in a tournament race setting like this. So, GG's to both of our runners. But it's not over yet.
Oh my god. Nice plug of the upcoming 0-100% tournament for Mega Man X4.
Make sure you turn in for X4 0-100%. Starting in what, February, I believe? Something like that. But we have at least one more matchup. This is a best of 3, so Zam's got to win one more. And ZAB, with his back against the wall, is going to have to pull out 2 upsets in a row if he wants to advance in this tournament. I wonder if he's going to change his strategy at all. If he's going to maintain all the safeties he picked up, some of the swag strats, or if he's going to try to push to get a win off of Zam here. Interesting to see.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, as Madhu points out, if EAB is to lose this race, this will be the end of the Brazilian contingent of this tournament. Unfortunately, Brazil has a pretty prominent collection of runners throughout the Mega Man X series, especially the SNES X games, I believe. Posting several runners posting top times in a lot of the categories, so to see them fall, sad. But I'm sure they'll come back stronger than that. But it's not over yet. EAB has a chance here.
Yep.
So round 2 should be starting pretty soon. Do or die for EAB here.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Berlin does point out that Brazil did win every other Mega Man X tournament we've had so far. With Luis Miguel, who unfortunately was unable to enter this tournament. He won the X1 100% tournament, the X2 tournament, and the X3 tournament. So
yeah, literally unstoppable.
Yeah.
Except by computer issues.
Yeah. But we're off. Back to the intro. Let's do it again. We get another runner going for the sweet taco strat. So kind of patterns. Sam gets the passive B. How did EAB end up with only 1 HP missing? I had something covering his side.
It could be a one bonk thing. Like if you take a one bonk on a machine gun.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, he did do the one bonk there again. Zam got double passes, but fortunately got a small health between, so he didn't have to worry about it. So he's gonna not be able to do task cars, which is not entirely bad in a race setting, because it can be a little risky.
Yeah, if you get early shots, then sometimes you'll get the other early shot that like hits you midair and then knocks you into the pit, which is undesirable.
Yeah, so you see Zam just taking the cars out as EAB is gonna do the task car strat again, walking on cars. Gonna take a little bit more damage. Yeah, there he goes.
So here, the strat here is just to scroll the camera all the way to the right, like to where it locks, and that way there's only so much that the airship can screw you over because it tries to hover over you, kind of. All right.
So EAB carries
icy casino stage.
Icy casino. Yeah. So EAB carried a very short advantage into this stage. See if he can maintain it for a little while. Of course, a lot of that's going to be up to Penguin. Oh,
yeah,
Zam.
Just be, oh, yeah, taking a
Zam
hit.
takes a log to the face, or whatever those things are. Metal log. I don't know, what are those guys? Are they lumberjacks? Is that like a tree stump?
I think they're supposed to be lumberjacks. But I've never seen a lumberjack in real life who like chopped a tree and it started flying off into space.
Well, these are really strong lumberjacks.
I guess so.
Hydraulic powered. Or something else, I don't know. This is the year 21XX after all. So EaB with a much cleaner bootsless section this time around. He's going to maintain his advantage through to the boots capsule. Both players failing the no-stop hallway. Taking a bonk there. And you see some of the last instances of slope jumps. Probably the only instances anybody even goes for after getting the boots. Can utilize them to get on top of these pillars without kicking the wall. Very, very small time save, if any. Possible to even lose time going for him, actually.
So Zam was like significantly behind going into that no-stop hallway section, and then caught up basically just with snowballers. So that's the hallmark of a really optimized route through the game.
Yeah, Zam
Like,
again.
Yeah.
Just tears through him with his own strat. But hitting pretty decent patterns here too, it seems. Similar, I think, for both runners. One more shot for EaB, and Zam's gonna take the lead here, leaving Chill Penguin, Icy Casino. And on to Workwanger again. We'll see some gap jumps here. We talked about those a little bit. X is just small enough to fit through the ladder gaps. You know, where the ladder sort of crests at the top of the climb. And with proper positioning, you can line X up such that he sort of slides right in there without ever having to grab the ladder. And then you can kick off the inside of it.
Yeah, it's what, like 2 or 3 pixels.
Yeah.
Room at the top of those letters, so it's basically like a 2-frame trick to get in there at normal like walking speeds.
Yeah, but they're much faster. Obviously, grabbing ladders is fairly slow.
Yeah, moving up ladders is pretty slow too.
Yeah. Nope, Sam misses the charge shot. That one frustrates me so much. Oh man. Things are getting out of control here, Zam.
Yeah.
Raining in. Oh, EaB though is down to EaB's down to 2 health. Gonna have to be very careful here.
That's like, oh
yeah,
there
he
we
gets
go.
sniped. Oh
That'll
no.
happen. You gotta
Yeah.
be really, really careful if you're
He's
definitely
gonna have to
2
do
HP in that section.
He's gonna have to do the whole outside climb again. That's gonna give Zam quite the advantage. I'm getting a good dance here. Goes for the Doppler shot. Unfriendly teleports. So
It's just the worst. Like, obviously the teleports aren't instantaneous. Kuwanger moves at his normal movement speed when he's invisible in those teleports. So if he's going from one side of the room to the other, it's long. You don't want that.
looks like EaB had a much better time getting to Kuwanger this time. He's got full health now. Just gonna take that with him out of the stage. See what kind of rocks Zam gets here. Nice little gap there. Oh, he missed a dash, which in turn causes him to get hit in the face with a rock and a second rock. I mean, I guess 2 rocks is what? Average? Ooh. Another bird do.
Yeah.
That's such a funny trick. Oh.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's really cool. Like, I don't know. It works almost the same way as the Phantom grabs do, where it's like trying to put something from one slot of memory, like at a position, and then you replace that thing with the next thing. I don't know.
Yeah, so by killing the worm that the bird is trying to spit out, it opens up the slot for the next bird to spawn. Oni, EaB gets it. So the next bird spawns into the slot that the first bird is trying to spit out, and so the first bird spits out the second bird. It actually doesn't dupe a bird, it teleports a bird from later in the stage.
Teleport. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it, though.
Yeah, not quite. So we lie, basically.
we perpetrate a...
Perpetrating falsehoods for the sake of fluidity and speech. Yeah. Sorry about that, arcade Aaron. Phone goes off right into the microphone. Good job. Great commentator.
Bonus commentary. EaB getting a little bit off script with that chameleon fight.
All right, coming up on Death Kick again. 20 frames saved at risk of death. Let's see. Is it worth it? I want to know in chat. You guys think it's worth it?
Easy. It's the strat, man. Why would you not do it?
I don't know. I mean...
I stand by what I said.
Oh, man. Yeah, so that's why we call it Death Kick. Fatso knows personally from his last set of races.
Yeah. I'm just saying, as the only person to ever do Death Kick on stage at a GDQ.
Worth. Absolutely worth.
Every time. It's just the strat.
Yeah. He's going for it again. Easy every time. First try. And EaB gets the Phantom grab again. The magic carpet. The Boeing 77747. The
Neymar's UFO, etc.
Yeah. For the platform grab ride.
Yeah.
So he's gonna fly through stages. This is, I don't know. Do I need to explain Phantom grabs? I don't think so. Basically,
I don't know. Like you grab an item off of a boomerang, and then you spawn another like thing into the same slot of memory on the next frame, and so it spawns that thing onto the boomerang.
And it looks like EaB might have. Oh,
he's dead.
He's dead.
He got picked up by the platform.
His platform shoved him off the elevator, or did it carry him up into some death barrier we don't know about? I didn't see what happened.
This is such a great race.
Oh man,
there are so many goofy things that can happen in this game when you're like, especially when you're getting into the hardcore glitchy stuff, right? So I think it's great that these runners are showing off the various things that can go right and wrong when you play this game.
So here we're coming up on another one of Zam's strats, Zam's Hallway. This is a pretty cool strat here where we swap between ice and lemons. And Zam having a little trouble with his own hallway there, but
yeah. So like strictly speaking, you could kill those flamingos with a single ice shot, but weakening it with the Buster first makes it like both faster and safer.
Let's see what kind of pattern EaB gets. I didn't notice what Sam's was. It seems similar. I think he stayed up most of the fight. Looks like EaB's also getting the upwards. Oh, Errant Tornado is going to cost him a bit of time, but Not much as he finishes him off. I don't know. For me, Mandrill is one of the more fun stages to both practice and do in runs. As frustrating as it can be with some of the Thunder Slimer RNG and the difficult execution when you're on pace, I think it's still a lot of fun.
Oh, there we go.
That's the strat, the Paul Hart.
Shoutouts to Paul out there, who innovated both the strat to like kill the turtle first.
Paul Nato.
And the actual grab, the non-stop grab of the heart there.
I guess one thing to know in the Mandrill fight is that Mandrill's iframes actually expire before he's able to break free of his icy prison. So you can actually hit him again before he breaks his shell. But that
miss menu from Zam there.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Revisited Goanger by accident.
Yeah, stage selects.
That's a cool 15 seconds lost.
Yeah, stage selects confirm the toughest boss. Nice top route there, even with the mustache from Zam. This section's always kind of cool. I like the way that players use the Buster and the green shard shot to sort of sweep through an enemy and hit the next target while also landing a lemon. I always thought that was a pretty cool aspect of any percent. EaB's going for that fancy heart grab again. I mean, it seems like he's practiced that quite a bit. Because that doesn't look easy, the way he does it.
Yeah.
It's completely different and not 100% because you've got a boomerang trailing you with a sub tank on it, so you can't use those buster strats, and that is actually pretty cool looking the way he does that. With those similar like sweeping green shots, but then the like really fast swap. It seemed like a pretty tight swap between the last buster shot landing and firing the boomerang to grab the heart, so.
Yeah, definitely not something you would just pull out as a backup. So here, of course, like Mammoth Fight is incredibly easy to keep under iframes.
Back to Armored Armadillo. Riding on carts now. First we ride on cars, now we're riding on carts. Dillo's terrifying roller coaster. Not a whole lot to say about this stage. Just a lot of, some dash lemons. Some cheeky ice shots that I do or do not save time. Some C-Sting stuff here. I'm taking some uncharacteristic bonks.
Oh, there we go. This is what I was looking for.
Oh, nice. Boomerangs. He probably
trailing a string of boomerangs. Of course, if X collects a boomerang that didn't hit an enemy, then he gets the ammo back, so he can do that indefinitely. EA choosing to trail an exhaust of lemons instead. Oh, also showing off the difference in speeds between the dash lemon and the normal lemon.
Looks like Zam got the the second best pattern you can get. Just one bonus roll from Dillo.
Bonus roll. I like it.
Yeah, Dillo can open up immediately upon hitting the wall or afterwards anytime that he hits the ground. So it looks like EaB got the same pattern.
So what Zam did with the last hit there was he shot a spark onto the wall, and what that does is for the last hit, if you break a spark on the wall and one of the fragments actually intersects with Dillo's hitbox, it gets stuck there. And it stays there until the iframes expire, and then gets a frame perfect hit. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it's an easy and fun way to save a little bit of time.
Yeah, it just simply guarantees a frame perfect last hit, rather than having to try to time it yourself. Oh, Sam takes a bonk from the sub. It's gonna be a little low on health, but nothing too serious. Likely gonna be hit in the face with a depth charge. Yeah. Oh no, nice.
Oh, we got under. Wow, that's really tough to do.
Yeah, that was really tight. I would have just jumped right into that. I would have thought there was no way he was getting through there. So he's got plenty of health going into Octo, as will EaB, barring any terrible mishaps.
I'm trying to imagine a mishap that could happen in the late parts of this stage.
Right, you could bonk like all the fish.
Yeah, it'd be pretty tough, I think.
I've done it. It looks like Zam only got one laundry cycle. Fairly average, I guess. I don't know what that is.
I think it's about what you can expect. One or two.
You can expect at least one, usually. But it looks like EaB might... No, I cursed him. My bad. So EaB gets one as well. And we're through with the 8 maps into the fortress again. This is a little closer, I think, than last race, isn't it?
Feels like it.
Yeah. So let's see if Zam can get the task sleep this time. Task sleep is nailed it. It's free, obviously, but it's kind of finicky because it's subpixel dependent. If you don't have the proper subpixels, you won't make it on top of the second platform. You'll actually slide down the left side of it. And so Zam and some others, I think, I'm not sure who came up with the strat, but there's a subpixel manipulation utilizing only full height jumps throughout the first half of the stage. And that sets up your subpixel nicely to be able to make that. And a good skip for Zam. EaB taking the safe route on the skip, letting go of the ladder. If you grab the ladder and release without pressing any direction on your D-pad, you'll be perfectly lined up to jump up into the ladder gap and kick off of it to easily get to the wall without touching the ground.
Pretty okay fight there for Zam. Just a single hit. Showing off funky palette swap there by shooting fire into the Zero cutscene.
Also cauterizing Zero's wounds. Looks like EaB's having a pretty good fight. Yeah, nicely done from EaB.
Nice.
See if Zam can get the skip this time. Oh, he takes the hit.
Yeah.
A little bit of beef movement, but he's going to go for it anyways. No drops again. You can get the double hit again. The double hit's sort of dependent on what Kwanger does. The best you can do is dash up in his face and release your fish and hope for the best, because Kwanger can stop dashing basically at any time. But if he continues to dash all the way across, he will end up getting the double hit, which is nice.
No drop for EaB.
Yeah.
No luck for these guys at all, man.
No skip yet in this tournament. Who will be first, I wonder? Or if it'll happen at all.
Yeah.
Oh, EaB with the nice double
in bracket
hit.
stages anyways. Because in groups, obviously, Two Stop did it.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought he got
Maybe
it.
It was only the relay that he
I thought
got
it was only the relay, but I could be wrong. Because I know he definitely got it in the relay.
Yeah. I could have sworn I saw him get it, or somebody at least get it in at least one.
Oh, well, Drago would know. He's the one ponying up the bounty.
Yeah. He'll know.
Yeah. Oh, well. Looks like Zam's getting a few batches of babies here. Ooh, lands on another one. It's going to be at pretty low health. Going to have to watch out. Okay, no babies on the last cycle here, and Zam should be home free. Yeah.
So you notice that he moved into Bow Spider at the same time as releasing. That just like puts your Buster a little bit further forward, which releases the Ice Sled further forward, which means that it doesn't zip back, so you can get closer to the center.
Oh, you could just do a walking shot, too? Is that what you're saying?
But I mean, it looks like it. That's what Zam did.
Oh. Well, what have I been doing? I've been going for this jump shot that I screw up every single time.
I mean, I'm still doing the dash, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dinosaur.
I mean, dash shots on the edges, but in the middle, I go for the jump shot. I gotta start walking. One slide immediately for Zam. Let's see if anyone's any nicer. No, there's two. There's three.
Alright. Well, if you can get a double hit on this charge, then... Oh, yeah, there we go. That's the 5-charge fight. So,
yeah.
It's unfortunate that he took so many slides, but he did manage to steal back a hit.
How many are we going to get for EaB? One right away during the charge, of course. That's always annoying. There's two. There's three. So he's going to need another charge hit here. And he slides. Oh, he's going to run out of ammo.
Well, as long as you're really careful about how you press the button.
Okay. It looked like only 4 slides for EaB, but he did have to do 2 extra hits because he only got 1 charged hit, whereas Zam got 5 for 5 slides.
Yeah,
so probably pretty similar time.
All right. Only 1 gap jump for EaB there.
Oh, it just misses the double hit on the right green eye. I struggle with that one, and he takes a bunch of damage right away. So he's gonna have to be very careful for the rest of this fight, especially since he's gonna have both eyes alive. Never mind.
Isn't it great when you like start saying something and then it turns out to be a lie?
Yeah, he's still gonna have to be careful, and he takes the down. That's gonna bring EaB right back into this race.
Yeah,
he's still gonna have the lead,
thing
but
to worry about is ammo.
Yeah, he's got the lead, but he's got low ammo.
Yeah, Zam does skip 1 C-Sting in the very beginning of the stage, which means he should have enough, but he can't afford to miss much.
And C-Sting's deceptive in its sort of ammo representation, the bar. I think you get
2 shots.
3 shots for every 2 bits on the bar?
No, it's just a straight 2 per
2 to 1.
Yeah.
So you got double the ammo of all the other weapons, essentially, with Fire Wave being its own animal.
Fire Wave is its own animal in many ways.
It's a pretty important skip here for Zam. He gets it. Going to maintain his edge here. Just as important for EaB if he wants to stay in this race, and he gets it. But I don't think EaB, EaB using the charge C-Sting instead of the Fire Wave, will not be going for the the charged hits here on Sting Chameleon, so that's going to give Zam a bit of an edge if he can pull it off. It's the good pattern, and executes it beautifully. He's going to extend his edge by just a little bit. Question from Chat Mantine. Which boss do you skip with this trick? That's the Armadillo refight. You skip that. The first fight of the stage.
Another little bit of swapping in time with the music there. I have not seen that version of it before.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, Zam hits a little early with that first ice shot.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. It's just the little shots that play, and like the right. He does swap some time with that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
The things you do to keep yourself entertained in a speed run. Blaster music on the elevator. That's pretty common.
It's my favorite.
Swapping to the beat. How's Octo gonna play here for our runners this fight? There's one for Zam. This could be.
It sure would suck if somebody got an infinite combo.
Oh man, yeah, that would totally suck.
I've said so transparently. I'm known for cursing people, but like, of course, since I said it so obviously, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, it looks like EaB's getting a slightly better pattern. No, he missed the last shot though. He's gonna get himself the swirly, and that's one apiece. So no edge for either runner in that fight.
Ooh, Zam having a little bit of trouble there in that leggy.
Yeah, this section is notoriously laggy with the turrets and the lasers and the helicopters and the lives and the ammo and the health and the. So
I think he probably just named everything.
Yeah, that's all there. Everything's there. And then on top of that, if you try to dash through there along the ground, you generate all these dust sprites. So you see runners doing like very short dashes, or even trying to do like same frame dash jump inputs to minimize chances at dust sprites. But even that is a lottery because the dust sprites run on a global timer, and 1 in every 4 frames is guaranteed a dust sprite no matter what you do.
Yeah. Not everybody can be so lucky to get not a single dust sprite, baby.
Shots.
Only a few are privileged to be so godlike in their movement.
Oh man, EaB getting the business, getting jarred around a little bit, but it's going to finish up the fight. Not very far behind at all. What's the difference here? Let's take a look at the head shine. I got a high 23 for Zam. And
10 seconds.
Yeah, about 10 seconds. So, not much separating these runners, but enough of a lead that this is Zam's race to lose.
Yeah, like the only thing that is going to turn this race is a death.
Yeah, or like 7,000 missed sparks on Jedi.
Well,
Zam gets the rough dog pattern where he walks right into you, but still gets a quick fight out of it, which is a nice bonus. But he's not going to be able to have full health like he did last time for Big Sig, which is going to turn the lightning into 1 AK. I think he can run into the claw one time and be okay.
Yeah. It's still scary, like, and definitely like having 10 or 8 HP, or like as low as 4 you can get in that fight. It changes the way you approach the final fight often. Like, you don't have access to the same sort of safeties that you would before. You don't have the opportunity to just like take a hit in order to keep doing damage when you get screwed over. You might have to drop down to the floor, and then it becomes troublesome.
Yeah, the floor is by far the most dangerous place to be in this fight. Between the spark balls and the fire. I think the fire does something like 14 damage. Oh, and Zam's down there getting awfully close to that fire. There's that claw. Oh, and the death! Sorry for yelling. He gets pinched against
It's
the
a
wall.
game over, so it's like a quick death, but still.
Quick is relative here. Like, he just doesn't have to farm. He's still got to do 3 fights. Like, he needs an EAB death in order to win this race. And EAB's got full health, and Big Sigs has only got half. This is what EAB was banking on with all his safeties. Banking on Zam making a mistake. And EAB takes round 2. So we're going to have a game 3.
This is super exciting.
Yeah, that just goes to show even the highest level runners can take deaths on Big Sig here. And Zam getting punished by the dog here for his trouble as well. He's going to be in a what is most definitely a one-hit KO scenario for the remainder of this run.
Yeah, so what happened to Zam there was just like one of those unfortunate consequences of falling down. Then you have to get back up, and sometimes the claws just say no.
Yeah, the claws could sort of stop at any point in their rotation and block your path, and I think that's what happened to Zam. He got blocked by the left claw, and then the right claw came in real low, and Zam tried to get on top of it, realized maybe that's not the best idea because that claw is going to circle around into him again, and ends up pinched against the wall. Oh man, he takes another death. Oh, what's he? Is he going to finish the run? Looks not. I see a forfeit in the race spot. So. Looks like we're going to get on to round 3. Sam says, enough with this nonsense. Take my loss. Let's get this show on the road. It looks like we're going to need a little bio break for one of our runners. I'm going to take one as well, so I will be right back. Okay, I am back. And looks like both of our racers are ready, and this race will be starting very, very shortly. So this is round 3 of a best of 3. Loser goes home, winner moves on to face Tokyo 90 in the Elite 8 of MMX Any Tournament. So this has got a lot riding on it.
Yeah, the epic battle of Brazil versus not quite Seattle. Actually,
yeah.
not quite Seattle, right?
Yeah. Greater Seattle area.
Yeah, sure.
The other half of our squad, for those that don't know, Sam and I used to be neighbors, but the other half, me, got eliminated by Canada yesterday. So I got a lot. All my hopes are resting on Zam's shoulders here.
Yeah, town pride.
Yeah. And we're off. Again, the intro is pretty basic, right? Hold right, hit shoot a lot, quickly. Hope you get good bees, good ship, good vial. It's like Zam got the machine gun, while EAB got passive, but did the one bonk. So both players are going to be perfectly fine when it comes to health. Zam's right where he needs to be at 3. EAB got plenty of health to do the task car strat if he so decides.
So Zam could have picked up that health and then done task cars and still saved time with it, but I think he'll be trying for a small health later in the stage.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly.
Nope.
I know.
Supports.
I know for my preference, even on PB attempts, I don't grab big health intentionally after the bees, just so I can do task cars. I know in theory you can still save time. I just don't know what the exact. How long does it take to fill up 8 health from a big health?
I think it's just over half a second.
Okay. Looks like they both got pretty good ships here. That's one element of RNG. So depending on where the ship is aligned, you might have to wait on it to align over X before it drops vial.
Because of it, we got a sort of an impressive sink, if only briefly.
But Vial decides to break that, gives Zam the outer space vial. That's the other big piece of RNG in the intro. Vial can decide to simply jump away from X twice. And then he's got to walk all the way over to X before the cutscene can progress. So EAB, again, is going to carry a bit of an advantage out of the intro. Let's see how long he can maintain that against Sam's overall crispier movement.
Is it crisp or is it crispy? I think it's crisp movement.
The crispiest.
I think that crispy is a way you take your fried chicken sometimes.
Yeah. Semantics. Zam with the lucky extra life. I don't know about you, but
after the last race, this may come into play.
Yeah. I don't know. There's this. I don't know if it's a superstition or just kind of a joke, right? Like if you pick up an extra life somewhere in the run, that's the game telling you that you're going to need it later. So your run is essentially doomed. But I always call them my lucky lives because I'm going to have good luck the rest of the run, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. It's like less than a 1% chance for a random drop to be a life, so it is pretty lucky.
Nice no stop there. Yeah, that's it's a pretty cool strat where you can kill 2 enemies with 1 lemon, and that's done by sort of depositing the lemon inside both their hitboxes while they're overlapped. Oh, Zam misses the dash there. He's gonna have to improvise on his snowballs here. but does manage to take the lead over the course of the Penguin stage, first to the door.
Yeah. So the like once the no stop hallway and the ice kills that you'll see later, they're kind of similar things where the hit detection or the way that hit detection works in Mega Man X is kind of weird in some ways. Like for example, it'll only let one object hit per frame, and the rest will just like not collide, right?
Yeah, or they'll collide on like subsequent frames, right?
Yeah.
But and then so what you can do is, while dashing, X's busters extended in front of him, both visually in the game and inside. Like, you know, if you have a hitbox viewer or something, the lemon will come out far in front of X's hitbox, so you can use this sort of space in between to place lemons in the no stop hallways case, or ice shots you could sort of implant inside of blue guys, as we'll see in some of the upcoming stages, and that is extra beneficial because now the ricochets from the ice shot will all hit the enemy from within and deal massive amounts of damage very quickly.
Easy got turtles from Zam there.
Yeah, it looked like he had a pretty good set of turtles himself. Here's one thing we haven't mentioned, I guess, in this elevator. You see him taking damage. I'm doing air quotes, you can't see it, but he's taking the hit stun from these spikes but not receiving any damage, and that's because he's attempting to wall kick them, and for whatever reason they don't do damage when you wall kick. But if he was to press right into the spikes, they do massive amounts of damage. The ones along the walls aren't insta-kill spikes, but you can use those iframes. You can use those iframes from not taking damage to line yourself up all the way against the wall and effectively just stand on the elevator for the rest of the ride, taking only 1 damage, or even killing the enemy that would have, or doing another hit to take iframes through the enemy that would deal only 1 damage. Here we see the power of the ice again. Even standing still, the shots come out a little bit away from X's hitbox, and so you're able to do the same idea where you sort of plant them inside the enemy without running into him. And some of the ricochets will hit. It's just much easier from a dashing position.
Oh, looks like a bit of a feisty Kuwanger for Zam there. He also didn't get the chance to do the Doppler shot because he shot like his green shot into iframes and then hit with the lemon later.
Yeah, for 1 damage instead of 2.
Yeah.
Onto Stink Chameleon. Again, this one's pretty straightforward. Essentially strictly horizontal. No real climbing to speak of. The biggest nuisance obviously being this cave. Sam's having pretty good luck so far. Oh, the invisible rock hits him right in the face. 3 for 3 bird dupes for Zam. Let's go. And the planty kill. EaB goes 2 for 3 on his bird dupes. But he does have this... Oh, never mind. Oh my gosh. Could talk about his extra life juggle that he did both other runs, but he goofed it this time.
Well, you know, there's another item you can juggle in this stage. I didn't see anybody go for it, so I'm really disappointed in all of you.
Yeah, I think Fatso here holds the soft lock world's record.
So the the like water strider enemy at the very end of that stage is well placed for if you're like trying to style on it with a boomerang, you can accidentally get a phantom grab on the boss door if you get a drop. So that's what I'm talking about there.
Yeah, and that subsequently results in a soft lock. There's a pretty good clip of it out there somewhere. Zam's gonna carry his advantage through Stink Chameleon into Storm Eagle. Can he maintain it through the death kick, or will he fall victim once again? Find out next time.
No, find out this time.
We'll find out right now. This Lag City climb is pretty cool, in my opinion. I love both those kicks. The one here at Lag City and the death kick. I'm just too scared to do them in race settings.
It's okay, nobody's perfect.
Oh, and Zam falls
Fell down
again! And EAB gets his
EAB
Phantom Grab Ride.
Gets it again, man.
3 for 3. But will it be the death of him come Eagle fight again?
I hope not. Like, that's entertaining to show once, and then it just becomes kind of sad afterwards.
Yeah.
EAB's definitely, like, rooted this out very carefully, though.
No, and Zam falls again. That's going to cost him big time. As EAB is into the Eagle fight. Do we have a platform, a double-headed Eagle platform? We do! Now EAB's got a fun platform to ride around during this fight. See if he puts it to use at all. Yeah, there we go.
He can get earlier hits on the dives.
Yeah. Zam's not giving up here, and he falls again! Oh, that would be a game over, but luckily he got that lucky life earlier.
Well, I mean, if you were going to take a game over from a death, now might not be the worst time possible, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're dying anyway. I don't think Zam's going to give up till he gets this.
I wouldn't. It's the strat. Easy
There
every
it
time.
is. First try.
There we go.
So that's going to give EAB a pretty big lead going into Spark Mandrill.
Yeah, every one of those deaths is about 35 seconds. So, like, that's a good minute and a half, minute 45 that Zam has to pick up over the course of the rest of this.
Yeah, that's no easy task, especially with EAB taking all these safeties. He's at much lower risk of any huge deaths that could help make up that ground.
Mm-hmm. But at the same point, like, EAB is sitting on a massive lead now. That's got to be, like, stressful if you know about it.
Yeah, I don't know if EAB is watching or not. I know there's been a bit of chatter back and forth in the race channel, but nothing that indicates to me that he's been watching. Just, letting each other know about their dumb mistakes. Though Zam has not pointed out his deaths yet. EB with a nice turtle hop there. That was a pretty tight jump to get over that first turtle there in the lower section. Deceptively difficult for as simple as it looks. So EAB, almost the entirety of Spark Mandrill stage ahead here. It's a pretty big deficit. Zam's gonna have to turn up the crisp. Turn on the crisper.
Every time you say something, something happens.
Oh my gosh. I guess I'm the commentator curse for this tournament. Try as you might, Fatso, this is my time.
That's okay, I'm happy to relinquish the role. I've been mocked for it enough.
Pretty clean top route for me, EaB, this time. The thing about top route is it saves such a small amount of time. Any mistakes in executing it is pretty detrimental. And loses probably all the time you would gain versus simply just going underneath everything and dashing along the ice on the ground.
Yeah, if your chaining is good, then top route only saves like literally single frames. So
yeah, and that's simply from the small amount of time spent on the conveyor moving to the right while dashing. You get a small speed boost that way. Again, the Mammoth fight, pretty simple. Just trying to get double hits out of these tornadoes and keep him on iframes. The tornado lingers around for so long that it's really easy to get double hits and also time them such that Mammoth is on iframes for the entirety of the fight. Really good stage so far from Zam. Gets the U2 zip there when the U2's falling down, the U2 head.
You can dash like push yourself through it.
Yeah, get a bit of a zip. Ooh, the nice backup ice. That was pretty good. I always wondered if you could get a second hit on him like that.
Yeah, usually when I fail that, I fail it so miserably that I'm just gonna like lose 10 seconds or something like that.
I'm just gonna bonk him and
bonker, like. Have to do like a full jump in place while I kill it.
Here's that off-screen kill. Saves a bit of lag. Not quite all the way off-screen, but it's gonna save some time. Only really doable on the Mammoth fight and the Eagle fight because their arenas are not camera locked. They're sort of wider. EaB picking up another safety heart. Probably the freest of the safety hearts here in Armored Armadillo stage. And again, about a Dillo stage ahead here. EaB's at the Adorable, Zam's porting in, so still quite a bit of ground to cover. It'd be hard pressed, I think, for Zam to make up this much ground without a big EaB mistake somewhere.
Yeah. I don't know, it's possible, you never know. I feel like Zam has made up a lot of ground already. It's just tough to tell when he's so far behind to begin with.
Yeah. And like, the shortness of the Dillo stage is maybe a bit deceptive, as Mandrill is a much longer stage, so only being behind a Dillo stage now when he was behind a Mandrill stage before is it's a pretty big difference. It's definitely made up some time. And of course, RNG can swing things either way. It seemed like EaB got a pretty good pattern. I didn't see exactly what he got from our boy Dillo. It's like he's gonna give Zam the business, though. There's no mercy here. Oh man, he's rolling deep. Ugh. Never like to see that.
Right, yeah. Playing with my heart there a little bit.
Yeah, a little scare there.
Oh,
another
again.
It's flirting with the spikes, man.
He's taking a little nap on the spikes there.
So, with that bad luck from Dillo, it seems like EaB's lead is now extended to the entirety of the Octo stage, which I think is considerably longer than Dillo's.
I actually think that Octo Stage is shorter than Dillo's.
Is it?
By a few seconds.
Oh, well, I guess I'm off base. I guess it just Dillo's feels faster, right? Because you're moving the whole time. Whereas in Octos, you got to take all these breaks to take down these mini bosses. Yeah. Ooh, Zam flirts with some spikes of his own there. Oh, and again, and again, and again, and again! Stop! Oh my god!
You were starting to get like really, really worried.
I was.
Oh my god!
I was terrified. Sam, do it for Seattle. Come on. I feel like my voice cracked. I got like I went back to puberty.
Yeah, you sounded like you were going through puberty.
Oh man, I didn't even notice what happened to EAB in his Octo fight, but he's through. And while Zam gets his first laundry cycle, EAB gets his leap of faith. Sam gets another laundry cycle. Was able to get through. I think EAB grabs 4 hearts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Eagle for the Phantom Grab Ride. Mandrills, Mammoths, and Dillos, as well as the sub-tank during Eagle stage. EAB pulls off the skip.
Yeah, EAB's running out of mistakes to make that can like lose that much time.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I mean, there's always the big one, right? No, Zam doesn't get the. Oh my gosh!
I thought he was gonna climb all the way back up there.
Yeah, that Jambinger guy came back alive and likely would have knocked him into the pit again anyways. Oh man, this is it's a rough run for Zam. He misses the nip again. The subpixels were not there for him in both of those attempts. And then what caused him to fall in the pit on the last one was the stupid way that those platforms can eat your dashes. So Zam, expecting a dash, was trying to get to the wall, did not get the dash input, and falls to his doom. Oh, EAB gets the drop, but this is just a little low, I think, on the grab there. Doesn't get the skip. What were you saying about pits in this game earlier?
Yeah, I guess it is my fault after all.
Yeah. Yeah. Gravity. Unbeatable boss. See if Zam can pull off the Kawanger refight skip here.
That's our last chance.
Yeah, even that's not going to be enough, as EAB's obviously well past the Kawanger refight. Not only do you have to get lucky with a drop from the enemy, but you also have to have very precise execution. Zam gets the drop, but just misses the grab in similar fashion. I think the EAB just a little low. And no double hit this time on Kawanger. As EAB finishes up Spider pretty nicely. Going to maintain a pretty strong lead going into the Casino edition of Mega Man X. Let's see if Penguin and Eagle put any effort towards bringing this race closer. This is looking pretty good for EAB.
Oh my!
Oh, the one slide.
So close. But
Oh,
still,
man.
like, that's definitely, like,
That's
almost certainly working to widen the gap. We'll see what happens to Zach.
That's the
but, like,
second one of those.
I don't see him getting that much good luck.
Yeah, that's a tough pattern to compete with. And funny enough, that's the second one I've seen today. And that with my perfect Penguin and Eagle combo yesterday. Really can show the difference between a really good Sigma 2 and a really bad Sigma 2. See if he gets a good Eagle pattern as well. Oh, he's getting a few dives. Looks like a 5-dive pattern, I think. Barring any missed shots, obviously. Yeah, Maximus. We ripped Zero's arm off of his corpse and attach it to our own body to get the extra buster upgrade.
The way you say it makes it sound so gruesome and uncivilized.
Yeah. Well, looks like Zam's getting a pretty decent pattern himself. Is it? My God, Penguin!
Oh my god. Forget I said anything, man. That's unbelievable.
Oh, man. I mean, Zam's Penguin tried to keep it even, but EAB's Penguin says, not today. I mean, funny enough, Zam did have the advantage even with EAB's one slide Penguin, which is pretty wild. Oh, and EAB almost, he misses the shot and almost takes the spike dat. Let's see if Zam can get a good Eagle here as well. It's looking pretty good so far. Nice long flap to start. Nice slow rise into the hover. Oh, and he goes up. Ah, if he would have came back down, it would have been very good. He gets the one dive and then the re-hover. Not a terrible pattern, but
I'd rather see 2 dives, or even 3 dives, honestly.
Yeah, see if EAB can pull off the skip. The last big mistake he can make outside of a big sig death or something like that. EAB is through, maintaining his substantial edge here. Zam pulls off the nice double hit on the right side green eye. Very tough to do. Finishes it off. He's going to come out of this fight with a pretty good Sigma 2 time. Very nice. Very nice. Here's Zam. I wonder if that's a gold split.
Not likely.
No?
Because he had some issues with the climb as well, right?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, plus all those dives, right?
Yeah. I mean, a slideless Penguin might be enough to push it over the edge, even with, you know, a one dive. But it depends. It's so hard to get, like, a truly good Sigma 2, because you need the RNG to align as well as some solid execution.
That was a mistake that Zam could not afford to make.
Yeah, that one is likely.
Inching just a little bit forward, or placing the sled too far back. I couldn't see which one it was.
Yeah, not really sure, but that might be the final nail in Zam's tournament coffin here. Just have to see. I mean, now he's really banking on a big mistake from EAB, which is sort of unreasonable to expect given all the safeties EAB has picked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's always too early to say it's over, but
it's over.
It's getting tempting, right?
Yeah. Man. But, you know, this is any percent, anything can happen. Sigma 4 is no joke. Even with all the safeties EAB's taken, he's still got no armor. So, you know, a couple hits is going to put him close to death, if not dead, anyways. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it is EAB's race to lose now.
So you see Zam actually dashing into Mandrill to get those hits, and so what I said before, like only one of those ice fragments is going to actually interact with Mandrill per frame, and so there's what the main shot, and then 5 fragments. So you have a 6-frame window basically to get a frame perfect hit on iframes there.
Six frames, aka an eternity.
It's like a 1/10 of a second. It's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how you could ever miss that.
My favorite way to miss it is to just like dash into him.
Yeah, and then die in the process.
Mm-hmm.
So EAB's out on his way into the final stage, 3 fights away from victory and advancing to face Tokyo 90 in the Elite 8. Well, Zam has got an
exciting possibility.
Yeah, Zam has got 5 fights to go here, and EAB with the chance to keep Brazil's dream alive. EAB looking like he's having a pretty good dog. He's going to get out of here unscathed. So going to likely carry full health and a full sub-tank into the big sig fight. Pretty comfortable position if you're EAB.
Yeah, I'd be feeling either very comfortable or very stressed out in this position. Like... Doesn't look like he's having too much trouble with Jedi Sigma.
Yeah, so
there's just one last fight.
With the Jedi down, 16 rolling shields away. Can he do it? EAB with the potential for a big upset here. Looking good so far. He's already on the claw.
He got up. And that's like the biggest part.
That's the big
And then you just have to stay to the right of that claw. Ooh, okay.
Almost falls. Still maintaining good damage output here. Does a little dodge using left wall. He's only 2 hits to go.
He can just trade damage at this point.
32-51. EAB takes game and the match over nrgzam, advancing in the brackets, the Elite 8, to face Tokyo 90. Big upset here on Speed Gaming. Unfortunate to see my my neighbor fall like this, but congrats to EAB on putting up a good show, playing his game, not changing anything, staying the course, doing what he knows how to do, and coming away with the win. Why did you win? Thank you, EAB. Ooh, Zam takes some damage right away. He's gonna have to. Oh, he's just gonna stand there. He sees the EAB as one. I think he didn't even try to dodge that last lightning, and he looks like he's turned off his console. Let's see if we can get him in the interview. I don't imagine Zam's going to want to join, and I think EAB may or may not. Let me ask, though. Looks like Zam is going to join us. Was that Zam or EAB?
Hello.
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 Sounds like EAB is here as well. Welcome, guys. No EAB.
EAB's in here, just no mic, I guess.
Okay. So I guess the elephant in the room, Zam, death kick.
Yeah, it's just the strat.
Yeah, that's
what you do, man.
Yeah. Pretty punishing.
Some days, Like yesterday, I sat down, did one run, and it was a 31:23. Today, I sat down, started practicing like a couple hours before the race, and just like nothing felt right. I was like, this isn't going to go well.
Yeah, one of those days. I had one of those yesterday. But unfortunate. Zam, you've been eliminated. EAB advances to face Tokyo 90. EAB says it doesn't really like to talk. So, well, congratulations, EAB. How do you feel? Gotta talk anyways. No, okay. Well,
great interview.
Yeah, really good interview. Testing my interview skills here. So Sam, what happened? You won the first race, and then what happened in the second race? I forget. Oh, you died.
Yeah, I missed death kick, died on Octo, and then I died on Sigma.
Yeah, that's right. And that's fairly
like fairly
yeah, all the fairly common places that people are gonna die, I guess, but they're all pretty painful.
Yeah, I just chalked that one up more as like a warm-up run than anything, but I guess that was just more like a sign of things to come, because the next ones weren't any better.
Yeah, well, you know what? Who's to blame for this? Fatso. And
it's my fault now?
Yeah, remember when we talked about this? We were talking about how early in the first race we're talking about how somebody fell into a pit part way and climbed out, and we're like, oh yeah, that's classic Mega. You fall, you'd be gone, right? And it's like Fatso's, oh, there's not even pits in this game, right? Zam, I'm sorry. 4 of them, thanks to you. But I don't know. I think it was still entertaining. It was a good race, fun race to watch and commentate. Unfortunate that the Washington area is out of the tournament now, but the greater Pacific Northwest is still alive, and Fatso, all hopes rest on you.
I'm not sure I can handle that kind of pressure.
It's okay, now I can focus on the X4 tournament that's going to start soon.
And
then the Link to the Past that's a little after that.
Yeah.
So, juggling 3, probably not so good. Maybe this is better for me.
Yeah. So I was just going to ask what's next for you, but I guess you just answered that. X4 and Link to the Past as well. What do you think? What are your thoughts on the X4 tournament? What's the category now? They finally decided on one, right?
Yeah, they finally decided on it last second. 0, 100%.
And on PC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my goodness.
I think people are allowed to use other platforms, but why would you?
Yeah, I think PC's just objectively the fastest, right?
Yeah, but like for leaderboards, it can be converted to like compete with console times, just because like PC seems to load like reasonably consistently across different like hardware, so they're all together on the same board. But for a race, you can't exactly just be like, oh well, we'll add 3 minutes or whatever to this person's time and see if you really won the race.
Yeah, that's not really an exciting way to watch a race, is it? Well, he won, but did he win by 3.5 minutes? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Then after that, Link to the Past, huh? Are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah, it should be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really started learning the game yet, so maybe I'll like regret my decision after learning the first 10 minutes. But
the first
plenty
10
of time
minutes
to drop out.
The first 10 minutes are the worst 10 minutes. You got to get to the boots, and then
yeah.
Similar
just like Mega Man X.
Similar,
you got to get to the
boots. Yeah. So EAB moves on to face Tokyo 90, keeping the Brazilian dream alive up against the other Brazilian slayer. Tokyo took out his Brazilian buddy Madu earlier today. Let's see if Tokyo can keep the streak up or if EAB can pull off another upset. Should be a good match to watch. But what do we have coming up next? As far as
in 1 hour, I guess it's Darren versus. No. Sorry, it's Butterfinger, right? And versus Reeves.
Yeah, that should be a good matchup. That I think is a fairly close matchup, and the winner of that will take on the current world record holder that eliminated me from this tournament, Akiteru. Should be a good match, and that's in about an hour. I'm not sure what channel that'll be on. But, as always, you can check the schedule, the Speed Gaming schedule, and find out. But any final thoughts from you, Zam, on this tournament? Did it go? Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had fun. Like, I wasn't like super nervous or anything. I was just playing bad. Like, I was actually really relaxed. I tried to focus more in the third one, but then I just death kicked.
Yeah.
Dumb trick. Whatever.
It's the strat, though, right?
Yeah, it's the strat.
You can't just not do it.
Yeah, like if I try to do something else, then muscle memory kind of gets in the way. Like, I actually almost forgot to do bird dupe one of the runs. Like, I swapped the ice to like go kill the planty later, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't need ice right now. And then I like got bird dupe anyway with like a boomerang or something.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought you were trying to do something tricky, something different.
No, I was just muscle memory getting all mixed up because of like what I wanted to do and what I normally do. Same kind of thing happened in Octo on the first one, where like I looked over at the stream for a second, and then when I looked back, X was teleporting in and I wasn't on Spark, and I was like, what do I do? The answer was crash into the turtle.
Yeah. I saw that. I was wondering what happened there. Well, I think he put on a good show. Showed off some pretty cool stuff between bird dupe and some of the other things throughout the tournament. But fortunately, this is the last race for Zam, and I don't know. I had fun. I had fun watching and commentating your races. We had fun playing. Any final thoughts before we call it here for this race?
Looks like I'm not one of the Brazilian bot brothers. Tokyo is the only one.
The only bot brother.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if he can.
It's up to him to carry on the streak.
Yeah, we'll see if he can pull it off next week, because tomorrow I think is the deadline for the round of 16, but I think Two Stop and Trogdor are actually going to race on Monday. But starting next week is all of the round of 8, which is only 4 races, right? So
yeah,
we'll it's getting tight, getting down to the wire in this tournament. So some more good content to come your way on the Speed Gaming Network. So just a quick couple shout outs. Obviously, shout outs to Fiesel and the Speed Gaming guys for hosting this tournament for us. Shout outs to both these runners for putting on a show for us. Make sure you go check out their channels and follow them. There's links in chat. And shout outs to my boy Fatso for helping me commentate tonight.
Shout outs to Walrus for continuing to, for being the best, basically.
Thanks, guys. All right, I guess that's it for us. I don't know what's up next on this particular channel, but there's more Mega Man X action coming your way in about an hour on one of the Speed Gaming channels. So make sure you tune in for that one, because it should be a pretty exciting and close match. So until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you. Peace.